things are only getting worse. And the world, it's not just here in the United States. In order to fill your tank up here in California, if you got a 20 gallon tank, it's $140. We got more cars on the road here in California, probably than any other state. And everybody's driving. Cream, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. You know, folks, as I told you, my son flew in from Florida yesterday, and he's only here for a few days. We went out last night. We're going out my boys are taking me to dinner tonight, and again, and then tomorrow night. And so I've been really tied up and excited to be with my boys. A lot of things to go over in life when you get to be my age. You know, there's a lot of last minute things you got to prepare for. And I'm doing that. Uh, but, folks, I'm disgusted and I hate to keep talking about what's going on in the world, but it's so negative. It's so negative. It's unbelievable. Here's Trump threatening, threatening. You don't freaking threaten people. You don't threaten countries. Okay? You negotiate. Trump's the master negotiator. He said, I know how to do it better than anybody else. That's all he does is freaking brag. He's not the guy I voted for. He's totally different. This guy, holy shit. Do you hear him? All he cares about the goddamn ballroom and the White House that none of us are ever going to see, none of us care about. None of us wanted the war in Iran. Iran is willing to negotiate. They were willing to open the port of Hormuz. Yeah. Jesus told you that? I hope he's right. Okay? I don't see it. I'm sorry, my friend. Okay? That Jesus is going to bring peace. Huh? Mm. Hello, Ronnie. How are you? Thank you for coming. Yeah, Roy DeMayo. What are you, a wise guy, huh? You want to use Roy DeMayo's name? You had no clue who Roy DeMayo was. All right? I get a big kick out of these tough guys that come in here. Okay? Yeah, why are we saving Israel? Who gives a shit about Israel? Okay? He was going to make America great again. All right? He didn't do one thing to make America great again. You go to the gas station here in California and fill up your tank. $140. There's people that commute to work here every single day. All right? They drive a minimum of an hour to work and an hour back. Bumper to bumper traffic. Okay? Now listen, Trump's able to get on the telephone, and folks, hit that like button. Come on, show me some love here. I know I'm in a bad mood, and you probably don't love me much today. All right, all right. Matt, he does shit his diapers. Okay? Look at him. He's fat. He's old. I'm old. I got more energy than he is. Freaking ridiculous, this guy. Okay? No, as I was saying, Iran wanted to open the port of Hormuz. Remember, it was open on February 27th, just a little over 2 months ago. It was open. On February 28th, Trump bombed them. Okay. But then he stopped bombing. He started something, but he didn't finish. Okay. Iran said if he now is closed. Okay. And it's just not for the United States. Remember, this is affecting the entire world global market. All right. Other countries are getting hit harder than we are. Australia, England, other countries are worse than we are. So imagine how bad it is. Okay? Yeah, grocery stores just prices just keep climbing. And don't think they're ever going to come down. Once they're up, they're not coming down. You bet your boot. These corporations are going to keep the higher prices because they know that people are going to pay them because you have no other choice. Either that or you starve to death. You keep hitting that like button. Boom, boom, boom. Smash that like button, folks. Okay? Oh, Smiley, you must be in California. 6.55 a gallon. Oh my God. So, anyways, they said for Trump to lift the blockade. Now that was the beginning of negotiation. They were willing to open the port. All Trump had to do was take that blockade out of there. Trump refused to do it, so the port is staying closed. Now, folks, tell me I'm wrong. Trump was on the phone with Putin, the head of Russia, for an hour and a half yesterday. He wasn't talking about making peace with Russia and Ukraine. He was talking about having Russia help make peace with Iran. Okay? What? We got almost 200 billion. $200 billion we invested in Ukraine. He's not concerned. He doesn't talk about that war no more. But when it began, when he first came in, all right, he had his people go to Russia. They talked to Putin. He had Zelensky at the White House a few times. Okay? He's able to pick up the phone, call Zelensky. He's able to pick up the phone, call Putin. He's able to pick up the phone and call baby Netanyahu, the head of Israel, who's visited him probably 10 times since he's been here in 1 year. All right? Yeah. I've been on a bet. Netanyahu has been here at least 10 times to visit Trump. He's been here 12, 15 months he's been in office here. Okay? Remember, he said, don't forget, do not forget what he said, folks. He said, I'll lower prices first day in office. I'll end the war in Ukraine first day in office. He didn't want wars. He didn't want to see our young men dying. They're still dying over there, folks. And pretty soon he's going to have our troops in Iran dying. He don't give a shit. Hmm. Oh, Derek, I wish I could have. Okay, but you know what? I realize, I no, I didn't vote for Harris. I told you, I voted for Trump. Yeah, I voted for him. I believed him like everybody else. Yes, I believed him. Somebody asked me what happened to JFK. Well, take a look at what happened to JFK. It did not take three assassination attempts, that's for sure. It took one, okay? And they did it. All right? Well, why isn't Trump having the Iranians, people that are in charge, come to the White House? Obviously, there's people in charge, okay? Somebody's talking to them. They had somebody go to Pakistan, to Islamabad, to meet with, Jared Kushner, his son in law, who's looking for another $5 billion from those countries. Come on, folks, subscribe, like. I hit that like button, folks. Okay. Thank you, Mandy, for asking them. Smiley, you were a smart one. You never believed them. I did. I admit it. I admit my mistakes. Okay. I go grocery shopping just like the rest of you folks do. If you could find something less than freaking $8.95 in the grocery store today, you're freaking lucky. Yeah, Ruffle, you're in the UK, right? You got it just as bad, if not worse, over there. Okay? Panhandle gas is almost near $7. There's prices here in California where it's over $8. That's another thing I can't understand. It bewilders me. You drive down the street, you got one gas station, all right? You find a low price gas station, you're lucky. $5.99. But then you see a mobile or a shell, and they're at $8.95. All right? Why? One gas station more than another. What's the difference in the gas? Hmm? Yeah, you can't go out and eat out no more. I can't do it. Thank God my son has a business in Florida. He's coming up. He's able to pay for dinner. Folks, I can't do that. I live just like you do. All right? Trump wants to get. He's in bed with all these gas and oil companies. Okay? I don't care if the CIA hears this. I'm telling the truth. Trump doesn't listen to our CIA. Our CIA told Trump not to get involved in this war. His advisors advised him not to get in this war. But he did it because Bibi Netanyahu told him, it'll be a day or two. So what Trump say? 2 days we'll be out. All right? He thought the Iranians are going to buckle their knees and say, yeah, sure, whatever you want, sir. Oh, no. Boy, we're getting a lot of trolls in here today. Huh, Mandy? Huh? Okay. Casey, how are you? Did I say it right? K-sub-A. Huh? Yeah, it's always about the oil. It's always about the money. Okay? And it's always about Israel. Why is it always about Israel? Why are we dealing with these countries that are in these religious wars? We got no freaking business to be there. Folks, I get up in the morning, I used to put the news on, and I'll have the same bullshit. Trump weighing military action for Iran. He's been threatening. Oh, he's going to do it again because now he's really being pushed. He's going to do it. He's looking for a lifeline. He would love to end this. He doesn't know how now. He got himself into a mess that he doesn't know how to get out of. Okay? In other words, we say he got himself into a clusterfuck. Okay? That's what he did. But in the meantime, he's demoralized our whole country. People don't want to talk to each other. People are upset. People are depressed. All right, they're depressed. They can't go out and have a good time no more. They can't afford it. Businesses are folding left and right, okay? Because they're not getting customers. Last night I took a drive around restaurants. Restaurants would normally be packed, okay? They're not. Not a lot of people will. Biden was bad too. Biden robbed us. Trump's just Trump has taken. Look at all presidents rob us. Okay, we know that. But Trump is taking it to new levels. Thus far now, since he's been in office, he's made over $4 billion for himself and his family. How much have you made since he's been in office? He's taking the new for patriots. Trump is not a patriot. Where do you get that shit? Okay? That Trump's a patriot. He did everything he could to get out of the draft, okay, during the Vietnam War. All right? None of his children have been in the military, and they won't be, okay? And he's a patriot. He doesn't know what it is to really serve this country, to wear a uniform, to go into battle, okay? Doesn't know none of that shit. Hey, Barron seems like a nice kid, but he was born with the golden spoon in his mouth, okay? And look at Don and Eric. You don't have much from them no more, do you? All right? At least they're a little smarter than their father. At least they're keeping their mouth shut. What's this breaking news? New video. White House correspondent suspect released. Huh? What a nut job he was. Holy shit. Kimmel hurt his feelings. Look, Kimmel was not a comedian. He wasn't funny. Colbert's not funny. It's the days, you folks. You remember Johnny Carson? You remember Jay Leno? All right, Brian Hall. Be honest with you, I never heard him speak. So I think you're right. All right. Brian Hall said if anybody could show one sentence that Barron Trump has spoken, he'll give you $1,000. Huh? Folks, what songs make you happy? Any song make you happy? You know what song I love? I love Christopher Cross. Riding in the Wind. Oh boy, the comments are funny today. And thank you, folks. At least you can make me laugh. Okay? At least pundits we got. Okay? You can't watch these cable news networks on TV. All right? They're going to side whether they're left or right. There's no partisan here. Mm. Do I play Fortnite? No, I don't bother. What is that? Frank Sinatra, the summer wind comes flying in. Folks, another. You know who I love? Whitney Houston. Oh my God, what a voice she was. Huh? No, I don't play video games, Abraham. I play what is called the game of life. Okay? The game of life. Yes, I was at Gilligan's Island, and I could tell you a story. All right? I dated somebody from Gilligan's Island. Someday I'm going to tell you who. You'll be surprised. She was every man's dream. I dated her. And I'm going to tell you, we're still friends to this day. She's an awesome lady. Yes, Diesel. You're correct. Joseph from Detroit. Yes, Diesel, I told you were correct. She's the only one that's alive, too, I think. All right? Yeah, God, I know a thing or two. Okay, that's for sure, and I've been around. All right? Johnny Cash, another one. Great singer. All right? Motown State. All right? Oh, my God. We had such great musicians back then, you could understand the words, too. Okay? Chicken teriyaki Subway sandwich. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Subway's got some good sandwiches. Yes, they do. Okay? All right? Folks, sometimes you get better food at the simpler places in the world than you can at high end places. Like, for example, Irvine Market over here. Well, my son was up early. Look, he lives in Florida, so he was up at 6:30. So we went, and I took him over there for breakfast this morning. And I'm going to tell you, they said used to be great, but it's like the sauces changed, and the food didn't seem right. We're talking about other things. You know why? They were bought out by another company. And this happens so many times. Got a big company, a bigger company buys them out, and then they go cut back on the quality of meats and things that they buy. They try to make more money and gouge you a little bit more. Oh, we won't be going back there for sure. Good morning, Gregory Strait, Amarillo by morning. Yeah. Well, folks, look, I'm going to spend about 4 or 5 more minutes here, and uh, we're going to dinner early, 6 o'clock. I don't eat late no more. Last night we went out. We went to a restaurant, new place up on the roof. It was crowded. It was packed. But folks, in the old days, I can't do what I did in the old days. All right, James Zito, where you from, James? All right, nicotine pouches. What? What are nic? You mean patches? I don't use them. Never worked for me. James Zito, you're from London. Then you know my mate, Joey Pyle. Okay, you must know Joey Pyle. Look him up. You remember the craze? All those guys. Freddie Foreman. My dear friend, Charlie Bronson, still in prison. Okay. Hopefully he gets out very soon. I don't know why. They just moved him or what they're doing over there in London. This guy didn't kill nobody or anything. And spent 50 years in prison for a robbery. Okay? Oh, no, I haven't tried the nicotine pouches then, gone. And those are my friends. And I just did an interview with Honey Pyle, Joey Pyle's daughter, which will be aired very shortly. Awesome interview. So for all my friends all over, you're going to want to see this interview. Okay? Uh, I'll look it up later, Sean. No, I'm not Jewish. I'm Italian. 100%. I met John Gotti, okay? I met John a few times. I like John Gotti. He was a nice guy. When I met him, yeah, he did like the cameras too much, which is a problem. Yes, James, I was. Martin Boston. No, didn't know him. He was an actor, though. Oh my God. Long Beach, what was it like in the 60s? Unbelievable. It was so great. Oh my God. Anybody can go out and afford a meal. All right, go out. You had a lot of fun. People got together. People talked with each other. Not like today. Everybody's got a phone in their hand. They don't talk to each other. Okay? People don't communicate no more. 60s, 70s. What great time. Huh? Yes, Buffalino. I knew Russell Buffalino. Okay. Folks, you can buy my book, The Accidental Gangster. It's over on my cable. I'm not going to get up to show it to you. It's in my profile. I knew Russell Buffalino. I knew Meyer Lansky. I knew Frank Costello. And I go on and on and on. Okay? It's all in my book, folks. Pennsylvania is a great place. Been through there many times. Yes. I was born in upstate New York, so, I mean, Pennsylvania was our backyard. Oh, Long Beach. Well, I used to provide. Are you talking about Long Beach, California, or Long Beach, New York? I've been to both, but in Long Beach, California, I used to provide all the entertainment for the Queen Mary. Yeah, I brought the Titanic exhibit there. I brought the Marilyn Monroe exhibit. I brought the Treasures of Russia. I did the Bob Marley exhibit. Did everything down there. No, Trip, I don't smoke weed. Okay? All right, Long Beach, California. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. What is Pine Street, where all the restaurants are? Is it Pine Street? Huh? Okay, Gon. There's young photos of me out there. Okay, Google my name, Google Ori Spado, and you'll see, go to my website. Go to my website. It's right there in my profile, theaccidentalgangster.com. You'll see young photos of me. Hey, Long Beach, I got a good memory. One thing I got for an old man is a great memory. Thank the Lord for that. All right? Come on, folks. Let's hit that like button. Let me see you hit that like button. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Okay? Fair RX. You would not believe how many ladies I got in the old days. Okay? I didn't think with my brain. I thought with you know what in those days. Come on, folks. Just keep hitting that like button, please. Okay? I don't have to twist you around to do it. Be kind to this old man. All right? And just hit that button. All right? And subscribe. Subscribe. Okay? Who knows? Maybe someday I'm getting close to 17,000 subscriber, folks. Be awesome when I get to 25,000. All right? Yeah, we're at 74 likes now, folks. All right? Let's get me to 100. Come on, get me to 100 likes. Okay? And everybody is here. Subscribe, and do all those things. Last night when we were walking out, we were at a rooftop restaurant, and we got on the elevator to go down. I had a shake in my hand. I look around, and there's three other guys, all had cigarettes in their hand, going out to get the street level so they can go on and smoke. I said, "Where are you guys from?" And they were from Turkey. They were from Turkey. And they said, "It's crazy. You can't smoke anywhere here in Beverly Hills." I said, "No." I said, "But other countries you go, you can smoke any place." Blackjack is my casino game that I play. Okay, I'm a blackjack player. Come on, folks, keep hitting that like button. We're getting there. Boom, 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 boom. Well, folks, all right, as I told you earlier, I got to get ready, go to dinner. James Zito, you should read my book, James, and you'll learn about Michael Franche, how I met him. He's sort of like a Donald Trump. Yeah, yeah, sort of like a Donald Trump. You got to read that part in my book because He was threatening the life of a friend of mine. And that's how I end up meeting Sonny Franchise, who was friends. I was friends with Sonny for over 50 years until the day that he died at the age of 103. All right? Come on, folks. 82 likes. Get me to 100. You know the deal. Your mom was a dealer in the 60s female. What hotel? That's when I started going to Vegas in the 60s. Come on, folks. Get me to 100. Can you do that? All right? All right? Thank you, Charlie. All right? Charlie over there subscribed and he hit the like button. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. All right? Come on. I want to see more comments of people who subscribe and who hit that like button. All right? Don't be ashamed and I'll call out your name. Hey, that rhyme. Don't be ashamed and I'll call out your name. Uh, oh, my God. You know, Michael and I had a big beef. A few years back, because he went on Vlad and said all bullshit about me. All right, but I took care of that real quick. And once in a while we'll talk, okay? Uh, but we will never do anything together. That's for sure. Okay, so don't even ask me on that. All right, folks, we're at 88. 12 more likes. Can you do that for me? 12 more likes is all we need. Well, folks, look at I gotta run. I gotta get ready. I gotta get dressed and go out. Charlie Finder. Thank you, my friend. All right. Silver Nug. Paint Dude. Thank you. Paint Dude. What do you paint, buddy? Thank you, Charlie the Filmer. Are you a film man? Lady Luck 99. The Silver Nugget. Oh my God. That was on the Silver Nugget was right down the street from the Flamingo, wasn't it? Or from the Stardust, if I'm correct. Tell me. Huh? Hello, Mark. His argument with Sammy the Bull. Look it, Michael was never anything near a Sammy the Bull. Nowhere. No how. Okay? You gotta say one thing about Sammy, although he's a rat, but when he was on the streets, he was a tough guy. No question. Michael was not. Okay? Michael's a very smart guy, though. Very intelligent guy. Well spoken. I'll give credit where credit is due. All right? Folks, we're only two away from two more likes we need. All right? I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight because right now, to be honest with you, Mandy, I'm not even hungry. You're sitting in your car, huh? Greystone? Hi, the boys. And what about Nancy Guthrie? I did outlive a lot of people, and let's hope I can continue. Folks, I got to run. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all, and you all my love and respect to each and every one of you. Take care. What the hell? What's going on with my phone? Won't let me leave. What you guys do? I can't leave here. Did somebody do something? Hmm, damn, what happened? Something's wrong here. I can't go out. Who's my top fans? Abraham. Oh, look, I never knew that. Debassin. Smiley.